Hey guys, welcome in this video. So in this video we are discussing UDP. UDP is stand for User Datagram Protocol. So it's a kind of uh, supporter of IP Internet Protocol. It's a kind of supporter. Uh, when we use Internet protocols, so we have to use a supporter. It can be a TCP or a UDP, okay, or other protocols. So the main protocols are these two. TCP stands for Transport Control Protocol and UDP stands for User Datagram Protocol. Okay, so what is User Datagram Protocol? So the first thing is user, and then datagram protocol. The thing you hear the process-to-process delivery, which is uh, controlled in transport protocol, transport layer. Sorry. So the user datagram protocol is called a connectionless and unreliable transport protocol. Okay, it is a connectionless and unreliable transport protocol. Okay, and it does not add anything to the service as TCP adds another things. It doesn't add anything to the service except to provide the process to process delivery instead of host to host communication. And the TCP, we had seen that the host to host communication went, and in the UDP, it is a process to process communication. If you want to know what is the process to process communication, you should see our previous videos. Let me highlight you. So here it processes. Let me show you the other. So okay, this is a process to process communication. There are three kinds of deliveries. First is node to node. So there are packets which are travel node to node, and the second is host to host. And there are a bunch of files that are sent to the host to host communication, and after that there's process to process communication, which is in communication in between process of one process of these in this computer and second process in this computer. Okay, so there are three kinds of communication. Like now, let me say UDP, application protocols and typical transport protocol. Okay, so these are used in the application protocols. Okay, so SMTP email, we use TCP. DNS, we use UDP. HTTP web browsing, we use TCP. Internet telephony, we use UDP. FTP, we use TCP. Telnet, TCP. So majorly we use TCP, but as their application and users, we use both of them. Introduction to the UDP. So this is the header, UDP header. Okay, so this is the structure of header. It is a 32 bits. It's long, and it is a composition of source port and destination port, as UDP works and transport protocol works on ports. So it is on based on ports. Okay, then the another two things thing that it contains is UDP length and UDP checksum. And if you want to know what is checksum, we have discussed earlier. So checksum is a kind of code which is connected with the header. So because of this, the each node can be check for the right packet for the right destination or port. Okay, and the right message. So let me, the length field gives the length of the entire packet including the header, length including the header. Okay, the checksum is calculated on their entire packet part and also on part of the IP header. Calculating the checksum is optional, and if an error is detected, the packet may be discarded or may be passed on the application with an error flag. Okay, so checksum checks for an error, as I said earlier. So these are some well-known ports used in UDP. Echo for echoes a received datagram back to the sender. Discards any datagram that is received. Users, active users. Daytime returns the date and time. Quart returns the quart of the day. Charged return a string of characters. Name server, domain name server, boots. Okay, these are ports that are used when we use UDP with the IP. Okay, this is a whole uh, a packet which is sent by UDP in the UDP. It is a datagram. Okay, it is a datagram. So figure shows the checksum calculation for a very small user datagram with only 7 bytes of data, because the number of bytes, okay, because of number of bytes, the data is odd. Padding is added for checksum calculation. The pseudo holder as well as the padding will be dropped when the user datagram is delivered to IP. Okay, so there is, let me discuss. This is a pseudo header. This contains 32-bit source IP address, 32-bit destination IP address, and 8-bit protocol 7, 16-bit UDP protocol. And the header, which we have seen in before, source port address and destination port address, UDP total then 16 bits, checksum 16 bits, and this is our data which we are sending. And the padding must be added to make the data a multiple of 16 bytes, 16 bits. Okay, so this is how we calculate checksum. You should have these, and you should learn how to like check this checksum. I'll make a separate video for this, so you can see this video after this video. Okay, thank you so much for now. Next video I will record this video for checksum calculation, because it is a complex kind of question. Okay, thank you so much.